Hey, beautiful people, it's Mr. Clean here. Welcome to episode 7 of Mr. Clean's Adventures Travel Podcast. And today we're going to talk about solo versus group travel. So there's lots of benefits of solo travel. First, you get to go where you want, do what you want, when you want, and how you want. So as a solo traveler, you get to determine your schedule, you get to determine the lodging, the excursions you want to be a part of, and the benefits include, since you travel solo, you have the opportunity to reach out and connect with either locals or other solo or group travelers, and those creates opportunity for transformation and personal and development growth. As a solo traveler, there's generally more opportunity for you to connect either with locals through just walking around or doing an activity, as well as connecting with other solo and group travelers. And this connection is very key because you're meeting someone new, someone different, where you can create opportunity for a unique discussion, where you can educate, teach, be inspired, or you can inspire someone or someone else can inspire you. So that's why I personally love solo travel. Of course, it can be very intimidating and nervous at times, but as you do it more and more, you get used to it, especially if you're a natural extrovert, naturally likable person. Solo travel is definitely a great way to go. On the flip side of solo travel, it's solo. So you do everything yourself. You plan your vacation, you plan the country, you book the tickets, you pay for your excursions, activities, you ensure your own safety. Some of those things I just said make some people nervous, but on the flip side, if you got a little more experience doing it, you can do these things safely and with confidence. Also, even though there's some not necessarily downsides, but things to consider, you'll never have to wait again for a friend or family member to have their money together to go with you. You never have to pray and hope their paycheck come through or that they have to have their money for the flight or hotel. You just go and book it and enjoy yourself. So now let's talk about group travel. So a lot of you may have already been on group travel with friends and family. The biggest benefit is you with friends and family. You get a chance to get a bigger or more or nicer lodging or Airbnb. You're able to do private excursions and activities where just your own people, so you can be more relaxed and enjoy yourself. A lot of people enjoy those things, as well as you're likely traveling with people that may have some similarities. But I would like to note, a similarity in the city that you grew up with those friends or family may be different when traveling. So when somebody's in another country, in more ambiguous situation, more nervous, zip lining through a rainforest may be different than going to see a movie with that same friend. So make sure when you evaluate friends or people to do a group travel with, are they travel compatible with you in terms of here's my list of excursions? Does that match or fit with what your friend or family member wants to do as well? From my experience, usually groups of 2 to 5 people group travel works well, because once you get to 8, 10 plus people, when it comes to transportation, getting around, somebody gets sick, somebody's late, that could cause some challenges. Other challenges when it comes to group travel is simply some people can be flaky. They can always say they ready to go on a group text months in advance, but once that check is due for the airline or for the Airbnb, either they don't have it or they don't have time or they gotta get approval for their vacation. All these things come into play when you're doing group travel, as well as you gotta figure out who's gonna book things. Is one person gonna book the excursion for all 5 or 10 people, or is everybody gonna book individually and hope y'all can be together? Those are things to consider as you work on consider group travel. So we just discussed some of the pros and cons between solo and group travel. One is not necessarily better than the other. One could be better than the other depending on the time of year, the vacation, what you plan to do. But just make sure as you start to travel or build your travel style, start to evaluate, do you like to travel solo? Do you like to travel in groups? Or you like to have a mix depending on where you go and how you like to enjoy your time. So that's it for today's session. Welcome to episode 7. Keith Johnson here. Follow me at @Mr. Clean on Instagram, as well as my YouTube channel, Mr. Clean's Adventures Travel Podcast. Talk to you soon. Bye.